I went to my mother years ago, probably in my early 20s, and I said, why didn't you allow me to play sports where I could probably get a scholarship or something where I could have paid for my college? And her response was this: you can go play now. Okay, this is Joe Cox with Life Made Simple, coming from a narcissistic world. Um, this this whole thing with every time I would go to my mother and say something, I would come out more confused than ever before I asked the question. There was, I'm like, am I this stupid or is this family? I never knew because I never had any outlet. I never had a mentor. I never had anybody to go talk to. I never had somebody that was aware of the whole family dynamics of toxicity that I was born into. What I want to do is help you understand that you're not crazy, okay? If you're trying to make sense of this world, this is one of the reasons I made this channel, is I'm going to help you make some sense. What we're, what I came from is always feeling worthless, always feeling left out, always feeling the oddball, isolated, disconnected, everything you can imagine. I didn't feel like I ever belonged in this world. And in some ways, even today, this world does not really fit my soul very well, but I know that I'm here for a purpose, and I'm here to learn the lessons of life. And when I stopped being able to um, trash on myself, I guess, if you will, and started saying, Joe, you're okay no matter what other people say. And I always tried to be kind, but I didn't have a well-regulated understanding of how we were supposed to do anything in life. I thought we were supposed to trust people when we first met them. I know that's a big mistake. You always let them earn it. I thought that if somebody treated me unkindly, I'd automatically treat them unkindly. That's not the way I do it anymore. I'm kind to everybody because that's who I am. If they want to be unkind, what I do is I hold my energy at a kind level. I let them vent, and I talk to them very, very calmly. And typically, they come way back down because I am. My goal is to always have my energy at a very calm level. Truth does not need to be defended, okay? Truth will stand for itself. And you're just wasting your time trying to defend a lie of somebody else, trying to correct them or try to um, show them that you're right. No, you're right. Don't even try to convince them. Just roll your eyes and walk away. So what I want to do from this video is when you go to a narcissist and you ask them a question and they give you a response that leaves you more confused, they're doing that on purpose. Okay? You should have clarity with every conversation. Me and my wife, she'll ask me a question. I'll respond and I'll watch her face. And if she gets a calm look on her face, I know she understood it. Sometimes she'll have a confused look on her face. And I'm like, you understand what I mean? She'll like, well, no. I'm like, okay, what part? And we'll talk about it. There's never any reason. When you're authentic, when you're real, when you're genuine, there's never a reason to be manipulating to anybody you care about. This is why all these marriages. I'm going to do a video. We're going to do several videos. We're going to probably do a whole bunch of videos on our marriage and on meeting people, how to date, where to look, what you're supposed to feel like. I look back now, I was in relationships for years. Today, if I was at that place and I was still dating before me and my wife reconnected, if I was still dating, these people that I dated, I would have cut them out of my life the first 5 minutes. I would have seen all the red flags. But because I didn't know, it was years of torture and me trying to fix them or work it out and realize that, I feel like I'm just beating my head against the wall. Well, that's because I was. I want to show you through all these videos that life is very simple. And when you start looking at yourself differently and understand and start believing in yourself and start loving yourself and accepting yourself, remember, nobody can love you if you don't love yourself. And you can't love anybody else the right way until you love yourself. Somebody once told me, they said that everything you need is inside you. I didn't have a clue what they meant. At the time, I figured, if they really knew me, they wouldn't have said that. Today, I can say that is true. Everything you have is within you. You were born the perfect you. And what's happened is, and I'm going to talk about trapped emotions on another video, but we've gotten trapped emotions that keep us sheltered from that light inside, where we have a connection to our higher power, our higher consciousness. What do you think? What do you think that causes your heartbeat every beat of the day? You think that's just random? You are connected to an infinite source that continues to make that heartbeat every day. And you have a purpose here. And trying to find that through my life has been my challenge. But what I realize that my purpose is first to believe in myself and love myself. That is my first and foremost. It is to understand who I am and why I'm here. Everything else starts getting much more simple from that point forward. So the takeaway today from this is go back and evaluate every friendship, relationship, marriage, whatever it might be. I'm not telling you to listen to this and say, okay, it's time for me to get a divorce or whatever. What I want to make sure is that every step should be either coming towards a resolve and not just dwelling in the same self-pity or the same dysfunctional behaviors. If you're dating somebody, if you're married to somebody, if you're going through a challenge in life, what I recommend is standing back, looking at it, clearing your mind and saying, is this something that can be worked out? Is this the connection that I want? That was another thing with my mother growing up. I had no connection to anything or anybody. I didn't understand what a connection was. Me and my wife are totally connected. I can sense when I talk to her on the phone, and sometimes even before I'll call her and I'll check on her, and I'm like, "You doing okay?" She's like, "No, not really, and not feeling good today or something." And we're just so connected. And a lot of mothers know that are connected to their children. That's that motherly instinct. That's that connection that I'm talking about. We need that connection in life to be able to thrive. And growing up with narcissistic parents, you will never have a connection to a narcissistic parent. Don't even try. It's because their consciousness is too low. When your consciousness, have you ever noticed people go out and do stuff and they don't feel guilty? We call it no conscious. They don't have a conscious, right? In reality, these people have a very low consciousness level. And as you move up in your consciousness and your awareness, and we'll talk more about how you can do that on some other videos as well. I've got so much information that I want to share with the world of how I healed and how I've gotten peace and serenity. And I live in a state of happiness because I understand who I am and I only have positive people in my life. Toxic person, I can tell you so many stories about toxic people, how I tolerated it and now how I don't tolerate it. So I just don't, I have zero tolerance for abuse. We can handle trials in life. We can even handle, a human being can handle almost anything as long as they understand it. Think about that. A human being can handle almost any situation in life that life deals them as long as they understand the situation. It's the confusion. It is not knowing what to do. It's unsettling in your soul. So I'm going to leave that for the thought of the day is gain clarity to yourself, who you are, what you want out of life. And if there's any questions I can answer, leave it in the comments. I'd love to get feedback on this video. This is Joe Cox Jr., Life Made Simple, living in that narcissistic world. We're going to get answers, and we're going to try to raise you up to a level that you've never had before, that you can understand. You have clarity in your life, and so you can heal in mind, body, and spirit. From my heart to yours, I wish you only but blessings. Take care.